Welcome to this Square Room, our last episode of 2020.
Ah, 2020, come on in!
Did you say come on in?
No, come on and end.
Oh, literally, yeah. I think it's about that time that it comes to an end.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I
had a
tell
job.
that to all the people. I mean, yes. It was a horrible year, though.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Here's the thing. I
If
will
I'm
say,
gonna be honest.
for me on a personal level, it wasn't horrible. Only because I truly think like I'm not a super. So I'm not gonna say I'm antisocial, but I'm not super social. So like the not going out as much, the not like it didn't affect me that much. Yeah, and I was lucky enough to still have work. So, you know, but it was really bad. I mean, it definitely affected some people I know personally, and it just to see how this pandemic had like such a negative global effect, like it sucks. It's definitely, it's not a good year for the world.
Yeah.
But you know, I've had some small personal victories this year. What's your biggest takeaway from 2020?
It's not
Like-
as bad as we actually think it is.
No, that's your personal takeaway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, shit's really not as bad as we really think it is. Stop watching the news so much because there's no like I've said before, like I'm unfollowing everything news related because it's like when you really think about it, they don't really. You look at the news, you're like the world's on fire, and then you go outside and you're like, it's pretty good, you know. So my takeaway from this year is like shit's really not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one perspective. That's why people say like watching the news all the time. Like,
It will make you depressed.
Well, of course, because like you're
It really
getting
does
a
make you depressed.
constant. I wonder people who work at like news networks, like how they must be in therapy.
Oh, they have to be because you know you're bullshitting tons of people and you're
No. I don't even mean that. I
Not
mean
even
just
just
being
that.
bombarded by like, yes, you report on positive information too, but a lot of the time it's negative.
Very rare.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like,
And if it's positive, it's something negative, kind of made to be a positive.
maybe, yeah. What's
So-
positive to someone, maybe like the whole like
Exactly.
Biden one could be negative to someone else. So it's like it's all
It'll
about
have like,
perceptive.
if it's like something that's gonna be positive, it's gonna be like a condescendingly positive thing. So it's not really positive. You're just
Yeah.
being a cunt.
Yeah, and sorry, I'm just realizing we didn't address the fact our co-host Jez, he's not here again this week. He will be back in the new year. He'll be back next week. But yeah, for the same reason, just quarantining because, you know, possible exposure, and we just want to be safe. But he is on this episode in spirit.
His spirits here.
Later on the episode, like we did last year, we will be recapping some of our favorite moments that happened in 2020 on this podcast. So he will definitely be a part of that later on in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, that was your biggest takeaway. I would say that mine, honestly, like I had some tough moments, like just like on a personal level, but I feel like I did a lot of personal growth this year. I really do. And like it makes me like happy, you know? So like I would say, what are you doing with your
My
lips?
lips are dry, man.
You know, licking your lips actually makes them more dry.
Well, it makes me feel like they're wet.
Yeah, but then they dry and like it sucks all the
means-
moisture out of the...
Does like spitting on lips make it drier?
Saliva isn't a good lubricant.
That's what some people say.
I don't know. I don't know how it works in a sexual way. I just know licking your lips doesn't help the way you think it does. It's very temporary and like ends up making you feel more dry.
like things are temporary, alright? I'm a short-sighted bastard.
Okay, Mr. Short-sighted bastard. What are you looking forward to most next year?
I don't know.
There's nothing. That's sad. Pick something. Damn.
I don't know. I just
You
hope-
could be like, I'm looking forward to, I don't know, the sun coming up one day. Like, say
It's gonna
something.
come up in a couple hours.
I know. I'm just giving you a
We're
stupid
not in
example.
fucking Norway. I don't know. I just hope things are just a bit more positive. You know, hopefully this pandemic shit slows down.
Yeah, I really hope, honestly.
I'm gonna be 100. I'm not super optimistic with that, just because I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. I don't get half the shit they're doing. Yeah, I just hope things are better. You know, hopefully I have a job that I actually give a fuck next year about. You know, just hope things are just so better. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I was following until you got to a pitch that only dogs could hear.
I hope things could get better next year.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's universal, I feel.
Is it?
I think it is. Doesn't everybody want it to get better?
Costco wants it not to get better. It's making a lot of money right now.
Costco takes a huge loss on a lot, though. I don't feel like... I guess, actually, I was going to say, I don't think grocery stores are making more because people can... But they were. No, I realized.
Because I asked one. They're like, no, we're doing great.
Yeah.
I delivered them. They're like, no, we're doing fucking great.
I tried to go to a particular grocery store on Saturday, and when I say it was empty, I was like, what the... It's so funny because I was walking in, and a woman was walking out, and she was like, there's nothing in there. There's nothing. But, like, I thought she was kind of like... She looked like she was crazy, so I didn't think she was talking to me. I thought she was, you know, like, a crazy person talking to themselves. And I walked in, and I literally froze, and my jaw dropped. I'm like, is this place shutting down, or is the pandemic... all in the GTA worse than I thought? And then I went to a different grocery store and it was stocked and it was normal, so I was like, no, something's just off. But anyways,
that lady was off.
I mean, that too. I mean, I think she was actually telling me that there's nothing in the grocery store.
There. Run.
But she looked shook by it. She was like, there's nothing in there. There's nothing. Like, it was weird.
Where's the toilet paper? I just wiped my butt.
No, I would say next year, I'm looking forward to continuing my growth. I have a lot of exciting things that hopefully, knock on wood, that are happening. And, like, I'm just excited for the possibility of those things coming to fruition and growing and just...
Use the wood.
You bang on this table every day. I knock on it because I said knock on wood. God, I'm also looking forward to you being nicer to me. Is that going to be...
I'm nicer to everyone.
Is that going to be your New Year's... Really?
If I have a New Year's resolution, it's only going to last a week. Let's be honest.
What would it be if you had to make one?
I don't have one.
Maybe your New Year's resolution should be to make resolutions that you can stick to more long term.
So just don't make a resolution. Just do it.
Make lifestyle choices and changes.
Just do it! Okay,
Shia LaBeouf.
No, I'm Nike.
Yeah, Shia. Okay. With that being said, we actually have a listener question.
Oh my God.
As always, if you guys want to be a part of this podcast, you can write into us at thissquareroom.com/ask. There's a little form there. You fill it out. You submit your question or your story. You can choose to be anonymous if you want. And it's for us to read on the podcast. So go do that. This question is from Mikey. And it says, with this year coming to an end, how was this year for all of you in general? And to end my final submission of the year, for all of you, would you rather be forced to forget who you are every time it rains, or never be able to remember why you walked into a store, office, or room? Happy holidays. And honestly, I'm triggered because I already can't remember when I walk into rooms and stuff. Like, this happens to me so much.
So you already answered it.
Wait, would I rather be forced to forget who I am every time it rains? No, I would never want to forget who I am. I think that's the saddest one. Yeah, so I guess I'd... Oh, I didn't know what song you were singing for a second.
Forget who I was every time it rained.
Or forget... or never be able to remember why you walked into a store, office, or room.
Oh, man, so, like, if you walk into a bathroom, like, why am I here?
Until you piss yourself.
Why am I here? Oh, no, what's going on in my pants?
No, I'm sure the bathroom when your body would tell you why. Like, if you forget, you'll remember real quick.
Yeah, when it's fucking, the floor is dirty. I guess I would rather forget every time it rains, you know? Start a new life.
Forget yourself?
Just start a new life, you know? Start a new...
I mean, it could be beautiful in the sense that, like, you find yourself, like, find a new part of yourself every time. You know, like, the spring
you're going to be forgetting a lot.
Right. But then I was like, what went through my head was, what if you live somewhere where it doesn't rain that much? But then I feel like those places, when it does rain, it rains.
It'll suck even worse because you have such a long established life. And then it's just like, whoa.
Right, exactly. As opposed to being like a drifter and it's like it rains every couple days.
I feel like here it'd be a drifter because like the only time it doesn't rain for a long time is like winter.
Oh my God, imagine somewhere like Vancouver where it's like always rainy.
Yeah, they're just like fucking...
You can't, you would never have any sense of self.
Imagine you're like with someone for like, imagine you lived in like somewhere where it doesn't rain that out, like California, right? and you're with someone and for a long time, and the rain starts coming. You see, and the thing is, you would know, like, you know your memory's going because you see the clouds coming. Like, no, I'm in love.
No, the worst is like, what if you don't even see it coming? What if it was one of those? What if it was just a sun shower? Like, you know what I mean? But it's still rain. Like, you still.
You want to propose to someone and just starts raining. Like, why am I here?
It's like, Hugh-Gene, I have a question to ask you. You're like, yeah, and it's like, and who are you? Wait, what? Oh wait, no. You wouldn't forget the other person. You just forget who you are. But then, if who you are is like how you love that person is a part of who you are. So then you forget. Yeah. I'm like, yo, Hugh, what was I about to do? And you're like, shit, I don't know. I forgot
You're gonna marry me.
I was like, you're about to ask me a question.
You're going to marry me.
Would you even remember your name though?
Man, that's probably not.
If you have good people around you, they can kind of remind you who you are. But then, like, what if you like? It's like
no, you don't like that.
But that's the thing. It's like a reset though, because who you are is determined by like your upbringing and the society and the people around you. Like,
and we never know your upbringing because you're constantly rain.
So that means you could be one type of person, and then like if you, like you said, you live somewhere that doesn't rain ever. So hypothetically,
you could be like different people in different parts of the world.
Right, and then you could be like a shitty person because after your reset, you're exposed to really shitty things before it rains again. So you could now be a shitty, like, you know what I mean? That's actually crazy. No, that's too.
So just a room.
Yeah, I mean, I already.
Every time you walk, but it's not that different from the rain because every time you literally go into a room, you forget.
But I never forget me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grounded in the sense of I know who I am. I don't remember what I came in this room for, but I remember who I am, and you know what I mean.
Who I is.
I know who I is,
the
and
Lord
that's all that matters.
And Savior.
What?
I don't know.
Who knows? You might literally one day think that you're Jesus Christ. But yeah, so you'd pick which one?
I'd pick the room.
Yeah, I think that's the that's the best one. Thanks for the question, Mikey. Happy holidays to you as well. Happy New Year. Hanukkah's been done. It's about to be the new year.
Oh, that's true. It's done. Yeah. I am a Hanukkah.
Okay, so this episode or the rest of this episode, we are going to, like I mentioned earlier, do something that we have done last year. Our yearly wrap up, the categories that everyone will be answering, and we'll be sharing these clips with you guys are our favorite Jonel moments. So their favorite moments of me on the podcast and my own favorite moment, our favorite Hugh-Gene moments, our favorite Deswayne moments, and our favorite news stories. Wow, how nice.
You know how hard that was to do?
What, to speak at the same time as me?
Yes.
Why?
I was like, fuck, come on, you got this.
Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be jumping in with my favorite Jonel moment. So, here we go. You know how Tory Lanez has been doing these IG live things where like girls just come on and twerk and whatever?
No, yeah.
Okay, so like a week and a half ago now.
About a week ago.
He did one, and I don't know. Like, see, I didn't watch it live. I watched it, like, after. Like, you know, you can, like, see it for, like, 24 hours or whatever after. So, I tune in, and I'm, like, scrolling through, like, stopping here and there to watch, but, like, really just trying to see, like, as much as I can in a short amount of time. You know what I mean? And, first of all, I don't know why he was getting women to pour milk on their ass as they
because
twerk.
These women are stupid and will do anything for attention.
No, but some of them are, like, high-profile women.
Do I need to say it again? This celebrity, did you not hear the imagine all the people like that? You brain dead attention seeking whores. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, I'm saying about the men too.
People were pissed about that.
That's the worst song to sing. Imagine there's no people. Like, thanks, ma'am.
No, but they're just like, how is this helping me? I'm out of a job.
Gal Gadot, you fucking commando. Fucking psychopathic smile after the song, like, look what I just did for all you people. Aren't you happy?
Yeah, I think they were just trying to like inspire, but I think a lot of people were just upset that like, hey, like I need money. I don't need this song.
That's not the song you sing. You don't sing a song, a communist song. That's not the song you sing.
Anyways,
we are the world. That's the song you sing.
My point is that I was watching this IG live, scrolling through, and like, you know, girls are poor. Some of them were like, they set up like a kiddie pool.
Yeah, that shows how
but some of them were just pouring the milk like straight on their like bedroom floor, their kitchen floor.
Attention, Joe. They need that fucking social clout.
I was like,
they're like, I am a thought.
Well, yeah, because like if they got on his live, like he would like pin their.
My life is meaningless. The only thing that matters is my butt. Other than that, I have nothing else to offer.
Hey, right now you can't work, so you can get more followers. Some of them were shouting out their OnlyFans.
Yeah, man, this is the time to be a live streamer in the OnlyFans.
Well, okay, so this is what I'm getting at. Relax, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm excited.
King of interruptions. No, so while he is doing his thing, like for the most part, it's just him on the screen.
That's a waste of milk.
And then there's like a bottle girl who comes in with the bottles because he's doing shots of people and like whatever. Because like
a bottle girl and his.
Yeah. Like there's a girl in his apartment and she has bottles and the sparklers.
Where the fuck did
this is in his house?
Where did the sparkles come from?
I don't know. They probably just had them, or they ordered them on Amazon or something.
No one's getting shit from Amazon right now. I'm trying to order a fanny pack. It's not coming until May.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Amazon needs to give people their money back if you're paying for Prime and it's not coming for a month. You know?
Nah.
Anyways, that's a completely different note. Anyways, but like you can hear other people in the background, but like at first I wasn't sure if that's what I said, Hugh-Gene. I didn't know if it was like a pre-recorded thing at first, but then you start to hear it and you're like, okay, like that's definitely people.
That'd be kind of sad.
As I'm
you have pre-recorded people in the background?
No. It's just like, for instance, because he got kicked off before for having like nudity and like whatever. So this time he's like, okay, before you twerk, we got to go over the, like, you know, the rules and the protocols. And then he'll be like, no nudity. And then like a voice in the background will be like, no nudity. But like it's actually a real person. But like that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know if, you know, because for the most part he's playing music so they can twerk. So you can't really hear him and like the other people. But you do hear people talking. Point is, I'm scrolling through and I stop, you know, he's talking and like beside him is a guy and I'm like, yo, I recognize this person. Like I know this guy. Well, not like in real life. Like I know him.
Oh, who is this guy?
Well, I can't say his name.
Why?
Because of the story I'm about to tell you. So this guy, this is probably from a couple years ago now. Yeah, this guy, but like I don't know, whatever. I don't want to like expose it because I don't want to like expose this person. But like he had slid into my DMs years ago, and he wanted to be my foot slave. He wanted to pay me to like, you know, control him like financially and send him foot pictures and do all this shit. He wanted to fly me out.
Why haven't you taken these opportunities, Joe? It's just feet, dog.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna, like, he wanted to fly me out
to see some feet.
Yeah, but like I don't want to be in like a hotel in Miami
just
by myself.
Just wear a niqab and have your feet out, bro.
Listen,
that's all he wants.
Guys like that, no, he would want more.
Nah, sure. He's like, I want them feet. And you're like, you take your ass out. He's like, bitch, put that shit away. I want them feet.
And then it was monkey like, okay, like, you don't want to fly out. Like, next time I'm in Toronto. Because that's the thing. Like, he hangs with Tory Lanez. So, like, you know, Tory is from the GTA.
You should have joined the live and just put your feet out. And just fucking dick just popped on him. Like, oh, yeah, I remember those feet.
But it's so funny because, like, he and I hadn't communicated. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he legit has, like, some sort of clout. Like, he's not
Tory Lanez. Fucked up.
No, but I knew at the time. The way he slid into my DMs, he sent me, he started following me, and then he sent me a DM, and it was, like, money, and he was just, like, fanning through the money, and then he sent me, like, in a video, and then he sent me another video, and it was a whole bunch of shoes, and then the next one was a whole bunch of cars. So he sent me 3 videos, and then he's finally spoke, and he was like, oh, you need someone like me to buy you all of these, and, like, all that type of shit. And, like, I knew who he was at the time because he told me, like, if you have that type of clout, you're gonna put it out there. You know what I mean?
If you're dumb.
And on his page, he had, like, you know, pictures of him and, like, Justin Bieber, like at Justin Bieber's house, like him and Lil Wayne chilling.
I feel like if you have, like, real, like, world-changing, like, generational wealth kind of clout, you're not gonna show it off.
No, you're not. No.
So, like, when I see people like that, it's like, you leased all those cars, you probably don't own them. And shoes.
Either way, it's like a new money type of situation, you know. Okay, so that was my favorite moment of myself. Now we are gonna jump into your favorite moment of me, Hugh-Gene.
This is my favorite Joel moment.
Although I'm sure every moment with me is
not. It's just a joke.
I don't know, for sure elementary school. So I would say maybe like 12. Myself and a couple of other friends of the same age. Okay, so you know those late night, like when you would see
network.
No, when you'd see commercials for those like phone call in, those like sex hotline things. So we decided to call one of them one time.
I always thought about doing that.
I'm pretty sure the one we did was Lava Line. And you know what's so crazy?
Did you have to pay for that?
No, I think there was like a certain amount of like free trial. All I know is we didn't pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
But these things are still around today.
Yeah, you still see it. Like, well, I only see it here
at like 3-4 a.m. You're like, call. I think there's one called Quest, and it's like, call Quest now. And I'm like, these still exist?
Yeah, there's lonely dudes, bro.
But like, anyways, I'll get to that later. But point is, it was one of those things, probably like a 1-800 number or whatever.
1-800
or 1-888 1866, one of those.
Talk to my vagina.
I'm pretty sure it was a Lava Line that we called, but I remember we made up like we were 12, okay? So I'm pretty sure I didn't even have my period. It was like what, 3 of us, or was it 4? I can't remember. Anyways, a couple girls. We like, it was just one account, but like I think it might have been me or my friend. I can't remember who did the initial like voice, because what it was, you had to like leave a message, like kind of like a voicemail. So when people, they hear that, and then if they like your voice and like what you have to say, then they can like leave you messages.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm pretty sure it's my friend who did the voice. So she was basically just like, oh, like, we used the name Star.
That sounds like a prostitute.
I know.
What's your name, Star?
Yeah, and then like, you know, as
I
kids,
shine bright like a diamond.
As kids, we had to like, I don't know, we had to like deepen our voice because we were, you know, fucking like 11, 12 years old.
You don't have to deepen your voice. You can still sound like a grown ass lady.
But we didn't.
Remember Sugar from YTV?
True, but how are you gonna do it? Those are things. It's me, Sugar. Those are okay. Whoa. No, but those are causes for alarm, because when you sign up, it's like, are you 18? And you gotta be like, yes. My point is, we did like lower our voices to try to sound more mature.
Yeah, I'm 18, nigga. Like
no,
that?
In a feminine way.
Yeah, I'm
more
18.
Like it's hard to do it now because my voice is obviously mature, but like at the time, it was more of like a, hi, I'm Star. Like, it was stupid. Like,
you sound like a shitty porn star.
But like, imagine a higher pitched voice.
My Star.
Anyways, and I think we didn't say anything vulgar. It's just like, oh, you know, looking for fun, like, or like trying to get to know people, or
looking to ride on some dick,
something like that. Like, we didn't say anything explicit because like we didn't even really know what
riding dick was that back then.
Probably not. No.
6 years later, then you learned.
6, 12, 13, 14, 18. I knew what riding dick was before.
That's appropriate, right?
What?
We're 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disgusting if you said anything less. No, but so we left a little message, and then you start to get it's very similar to an inbox where, or at least it was, where it's like, oh, you have 10 messages, and like you hear it, and like men are just like, hi Star, your voice sounds so sexy, I just want to get to, it's just like, oh god, and they're just like breathing into the phone.
Did you hear like that in the background?
No, and then you could like leave messages like back and forth, but I believe it was if you want to talk to the person live and no longer do messages, that's when you have to pay, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't believe we spoke to anybody live, but it was like messages. So we did it one day, got a couple messages, got some laughs. Then I don't believe it was the next day, but maybe a couple days later, you know, everyone was, you know, over at my place. That's the thing, we did it at my house. That's the mistake that I made. And I remember, I think initially it was 3 of us, and there was one other person, and we were like letting her in on it that day. So we were letting her listen. I remember we're in my basement, cordless phone.
The little Asian one?
This
is the little Asian one?
No, what are you talking about? You don't know any of my elementary friends.
Did you have like an Asian friend or something?
I have a lot of Asian friends.
Name like Sugar or some shit?
What's with you and Sugar? No. And I know who you're referring to. That's a high school friend, and her name wasn't Sugar.
It's close enough.
It's Candy.
It's so far out.
Yeah, but no, not her. That's high school. Like I said, I'm like fucking like 12 years old. No, so we're in the basement, and this is back in the day when like we don't have cell phones. Well, I mean, we were
12, you shouldn't have a cell phone.
But back then, yeah, I didn't get a cell phone until I was 15. And like, so, you know, when you're on the phone and you got to be careful because if your parents pick up the other phone, then they can hear shit. So that's essentially what happened. I was letting my friend, let's call her Jennifer. I don't want to expose her real name, but we were letting.
Now I know who it is.
Who?
Jennifer.
Yeah, who's what? Who do you think it is?
It's fucking. What's close to Jennifer?
What?
Okay, just continue your story. I have a feeling I know who it is.
Who?
I'm gonna say you didn't want to say the name, so why would I say the name?
Say it. We'll bleep it out.
Janelle?
No.
Oh.
I met her in high school. I'm telling you, don't know any of these elementary school people. You don't know. You don't know my life. You don't know my friends. No, it wasn't her.
Some of them.
What? You don't know any of my... Oh, you know one. David.
Oh, yeah.
Because I met him in elementary school. But anyways, no. So, where was I? So, yeah. So, we're letting her listen to, you know, the messages and stuff like that. And then my mother picks up the phone. She was like, Jonel, what is this? And we hung up the phone. But obviously, when we hang up our end, she's still listening on the other end. So, she's hearing all of these men essentially leaving messages for her prepubescent daughter. Oh my God. I was mortified. My friend literally, like, she left the basement and just left my house. She just walked home. Like, she left immediately. And I had to stay and deal with it. And, like, I put it all on my other friend. I was like, oh, you know, I was just listening. Like, I didn't do it. And like I said, I think because the voice itself wasn't me, so, like, my mom, you know, like, believed it. I still got in trouble, though. Well, when you're that young, and that's the thing, like, my mom's not going to call anybody's parents or anything like that. So she just kind of, like, oh, no, it wasn't me. We were just listening to it. We were just curious.
Snitch.
I know.
You're not a ride or die.
I was so mortified. And, like, that's the thing. The minute I hung up, because, like, you know, you freak out, you hang up. But I was like, shit, she's still listening. So I had to, like, go face her as she has the phone on speaker playing these man's messages just like, hi, Star. I'm just like, oh, my God.
Star, I want to lick your Star, Star.
Like, oh, man, your voice comes so
Give me that guinea
hard,
horn, Star. Now this is Dez's favorite Joe moment.
I think the only time that, like, really stands out to me, and, like, I didn't even straight up tell him that I liked him. It was, like, when you, like, drop hints, and then I got only friend vibes back. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
it's worse. It's not direct answer. It's just, like...
Right.
It's, like, dancing around it. Like,
yeah.
I don't
and that's
really
the thing.
want to.
We were really close, and we were, like, coworkers and friends and, like, whatever. And it was, like, flirty. So I was kind of like, oh, my God, like, I think I kind of like him. And then when oh, shit. No, you know what it was? I mentioned it to a girlfriend, and she told, like, one of his friends, and then he, like, and then he asked, Des, it was when I was working at camp, but you weren't there. It was before you, what? You
No. I was like, what? When did this happen?
Yeah, because I worked there before you. Yeah. So it was like a camp counselor thing. So we were like we weren't co-counselors, but we were all, what?
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, so, like, he had kind of heard, and I was like, what? No, I definitely didn't say that.
You.
And I was like, but, like,
ugly.
But I was like, oh, but would it be so crazy? And he was,
what if?
And he was kind of like, yeah, like, that is weird. I didn't think so, because, like, we're such good friends. Like, one of those type of things.
Oh, man. Oh,
and I was like, no, I for sure don't have a
That's good for you for saving face.
And that's kind of how it was.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, I was like, how crazy that so and so would say that.
Yeah, we're such good friends.
Fucking ugly. I don't like you at all.
You're like my brother.
Yeah, the single tear.
You're my best friend, bro. I don't want to have sex with you at all.
You loves this. I want you to know.
I know. Okay, all right. You're hurting my feelings. You're laughing a little too hard, and my feelings are getting hurt. Oh no, I'm crying.
I want you guys to know there's tears coming out of Joe's eyes.
No, just one.
Just one? Oh, the single tear. It finally came.
Only my right eye is tearing up, but like, why'd you have to laugh?
I just picture it like you're
And I know you're not looking him in the eye when you're saying it, right? You're looking left and right. You're like, what? No.
I'm like, that's crazy. Oh God, here goes the other eye. No, I'm crying. Why are you guys so mean?
It's not me, it's you.
Oh my God. Like,
You, you're hurting her feelings.
like 16-year-old me hates you guys.
You're 17?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry. You got it. You're a big girl now.
All right, so now that we've gone through me, we can move on to our resident, our permanent upstairs tenant. Wow. I feel like that's a good one. Yeah, you know, you're quite a unique person.
Thank you.
And you know, for better or worse, you're always yourself. So
I don't know about all that, but okay.
You're not always yourself?
No.
Who are you?
I am a me.
Excuse me?
I don't know.
You see, this interaction right now is just proving exactly what I'm saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite Hugh-Gene moment.
I kind of eat Kit Kats like a psychopath sometimes.
You just bite it? You don't break
if
them?
I'm driving and I bought it, I'm driving.
Anybody who eats chocolate like that is a murderer. I don't care if it's a Kit Kat, a caramel, like a Mars bar. You always break it.
Even a Mars bar? Why would you break a Mars bar?
You really just like, you belong in the wilderness. You belong. I see. You belong
Like
in
a
the wilderness.
Kit Kat, I can understand, but what's wrong with the coffee crisp or a regular chocolate bar like that?
You don't break it? Oh my God.
No, I just
Am I
ate
just
it.
too like...
Well, a Mars bar, I'll bite into, but
I
like...
don't see the point of
Really?
breaking a Mars because it's going to
I bite small to moderate
Oh my
bites because it has
God.
the care, but those ones don't have the things to break.
like a kit, like not a kit, like a coffee crisp I can understand breaking because it's wafer type candy, right?
Yeah, even Mars I break. And you see the little caramel inside.
I've never broken a Mars bar like that. Cause I just think of getting chocolate over my hands.
Our American friends don't know what a Mars bar is.
They don't. Oh, they don't have it.
They don't.
They don't
Really?
have
They don't have Kinder
Skittles.
Surprise.
There's something else that they don't have that we
No,
have.
they don't have Smarties.
Smarties.
They don't have
Yes,
Smarties
yes,
in
yes. What kind of
America.
No,
fucking
their
weirdos.
Smarties are what we call rockets. Those powdered, you know, the little thing of rockets.
Oh, they call it Smarties.
They call
down there.
those Smarties.
You guys
fucking
strip it?
weirdos.
And we call them rockets, Americans.
No wonder your country's so fucking fire right now.
Yeah, they don't have the Smarties that we have. They just have M&Ms with or without peanuts.
Is it Skittles? I swear they don't have Skittles either.
No, they have Skittles.
They have
Okay.
Skittles are the sweet ones. Smarties are the ones with chocolate inside.
Yeah. Got it.
Smarties are essentially just M&Ms
So,
without nuts.
Yeah.
So eating a chocolate bar like that's weird.
It is weird.
A
As
Kit
fuck.
Kat I get.
No, a caramel bar. Because chocolate bars, they always have them in little squares.
Yeah, like
Like,
Hershey's,
unless you-
yeah.
Unless you buy like one of those chocolate that I guess you're supposed to melt or some dumb shit like that.
No, that's a
Like
chocolate to cook
the
with.
caramel you bought. You didn't eat the caramel. But that caramel candy you bought today. Yeah, I wouldn't just bite into that because that's just too much.
But you bite into a Kit Kat?
I'm lazy.
No, that's actually one of the worst traits a human being could ever have.
I do still
I
consider them
don't
human.
trust you. I'm sorry. You know, I looked him dead in his
Yeah,
eyes.
you're
as
like, I
said
don't
it
trust
to-
you. I don't.
How am I ever supposed to trust you with anything? Eugene, we have no trust in this square room.
Hugh.
Like, do you trust him?
No.
Would you trust him with your son?
Murderer.
Would you trust that man with your son?
What
Psychopath.
if it's a Kit Kat bar? Like not the break one.
Their slogan
It
is
says, "Give me a break." Why do you think they break
I'm
it?
breaking it with my teeth.
Hugh, all of them you can break. There's not one Kit Kat, the big, small, it doesn't matter. Their
Even the
slogan
Kit
is
Kat Chunkies.
you break. You give me a break. We can't give you a break if there's nowhere to break. And you're just biting into it.
This is a favorite me moment.
Ew, if they could see the look you're giving right now. What a weirdo. Yes. Hugh's favorite Hugh-Gene moment. Here we go.
Maybe
Like
he just
my
wants to
wife-
fuck with her psychologically, so to make her think that
He
maybe
is going to do
That
something.
could also be the worst.
and maybe he's gonna do that for a couple of months or years. Like this, she could, or maybe he just wants to kill her with guilt.
Well,
And make her just feel horrible about herself.
Like, there's so many options.
There's so many things he might be doing, but we never know.
She needs to walk away.
Yeah,
For her own safety.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
literally
definitely.
for her own safety.
Her own
And
safety
like, if
and
you feel
sanity.
so guilty, like clearly, I mean,
well, and he doesn't want to talk about it too, right? So it's eating you and you alone.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't talk to
Well,
your
Maybe
family
it's
about
eating
it.
him.
It
He's
might
just
be
doing
eating-
stuff
yeah.
to distract him.
Yeah, but
I
not
doubt
like
it.
it's eating
Yeah,
her
it's
because he
definitely
didn't
eating
do
her.
anything wrong.
can I
right?
tell you, up until the part of like staring at her and whatever, like it kind of reminded me. I feel like I could see you doing that, Hugh.
What?
Like just, I'm not gonna talk about it. Like
No, I'm beating you guys both up.
pretend. Oh, never mind.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm fucking both of you.
That's
up.
crazy because
I have the
always,
ability, so
I always tell people I
You
would
have
see
the
it.
ability.
Yeah, I have the ability. I can
I
kick
would
very
see
hard.
it. I would act like I don't see it, and I'm gone.
No, I'll see
like
it.
I'll leave. Continue. Don't leave. My God, go ahead. Don't let me
Well,
stop you.
when
I'm out of
I
here.
beat up, I'd be like, you have 10 seconds.
You know why I wouldn't?
Both.
Because one, why am I beating him up?
Punch me first. That's true. That's true. That's true.
I never
Thank you
understood
for
that.
reminding me. One person's
Yeah,
being beaten
sir.
up.
Hugh, that's not funny.
I know, but you're still laughing.
Because I'm no. Listen. I'm laughing because I was agreeing with him at first, right? I'm like, Hugh, why would you fight the guy? He didn't do anything. And he's like, see, I'm not laughing. So,
You
One
want
second.
to.
No,
One
no.
second. If you watch a live performance of a singer this
Hugh, we have
I
no idea. We don't know what you're saying. We don't know what you're saying. Hugh. We don't know what you're saying.
I don't support spousal abuse.
You can't even
Eugene,
say it.
All we heard was you saying that you're gonna beat up your wife because you can kick really hard.
I have a really
You sang
deceptive
"Take You
switch kick.
Down" by Chris Brown while imitating the punching motion. Spoke a lot of gibberish, and then like,
Nah, I wouldn't beat anyone up.
and then you say that, and I don't think you're making your own case.
I'd be really tempted to, but I wouldn't.
But why?
Because why wouldn't I beat up? One, yeah, the guy's not.
He's like, I don't even know.
He's like,
Because
why
like, yeah, the
wouldn't
guy-
I beat her
if
ass?
It was my friend. That'd be different. If it was a random guy, I'd probably
Right. I think the only time it's appropriate to be mad at the other person is if they know you and they like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you have like a personal relationship with this person. But if it's not someone you know, like
If it's some
they
random
don't owe
dude,
you
I'd be
anything,
like-
they might not even know.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah,
You
go.
know what I mean?
Well, actually, no. This is what I'll do. I'll look at the guy, and be like, did you know? And if he's like, no,
Yeah. If you seem like, yeah, I fucking
Yeah,
knew it.
I knew, bro. I knew, bro.
I knew, bruv.
I know, bro, be that. Now this is Deswayne's favorite me moment, Hugh moment.
Okay, so if there are 100 dicks on a wall, how many of them are you gonna choke on?
I don't know, one. I can only fit one dick in my mouth. Depends how big these dicks are. I have a father in my life, so I can't suck that many dicks.
So out of 100, you're only gonna choke on one. So the
I'm
other
gonna
99, you're gonna take like a pro.
What? What do you mean take?
You're gonna, if you're only gonna choke on one, you're only gonna gag on one. The other ones, you're gonna, are gonna be fine. No
What do you
gag
mean?
reflex.
I guess I'll choke on all of them then. I don't know. I'm not skilled in that department.
You literally said 1 out of 100. So I mean,
I don't know. I guess all of them. Then if I have to suck all them all, then yeah, I'll probably get used to it by like maybe like the 4th or 5th one. But I don't know how good I'm at deep throating stuff because I haven't had practice. So I know that's stuff you can like get good at over time, but like
okay, this riddle went sideways.
I don't know how I was supposed to answer.
Well,
it.
it's like a
That's a
joke,
riddle?
right?
That's a
Well,
not really a
I
riddle.
don't know if you classify it as a riddle, but it's like, you ask someone like, oh, if there are 100 dicks on a wall, how many of them are you gonna choke on? And they say none because they're thinking I'm not gonna suck any dicks on a wall. But you're like, okay, so you're not gonna choke on any, which means you're gonna like you have no, right?
I guess I'll,
like that's the joke. But you were just like, well, maybe one, but maybe I could get 4 down, and then I'd start.
If I had to suck them all, I'd probably end up choking maybe like on.
no,
Let's say they're all the same
but
length.
that's the joke is you don't have to suck any of them.
Oh, I thought you had to suck the dicks.
But the way it's phrased, you say how many you're gonna choke on. So I'm phrasing it in a way that like automatically I'm telling you you're gonna suck them.
Oh, I thought that's what I thought.
Right, because
I thought you were
it's set
supposed
up
to-
that way.
I thought you had
No.
to suck the dicks.
No, that's why I was laughing at the fact that you were analyzing. You're like, oh, maybe
Yeah, I don't know.
The first 4 will be a little
Depends on
hard,
the
and then I'll
size,
get used
too.
to it. Well, that's the thing.
I feel like guys are better at blowjobs anyways, but
in theory,
probably 4. 5.
Out of 100, you're only gonna choke on 4 or 5. Remember,
10.
different penises are different sizes.
Yeah, but you get good at you get good at deep throating.
No, because you could have like what the average dick is like in North America is
5.
what, like 5.1.
Yeah.
No, I think that's
5.
in the US. I think in Canada it's 5.5.
Oh, I guess we're a little bigger.
I know, right? Canadians. But no, either way, right? Call it 5 inches. But then like that's the average.
Inches.
No, it is. But I'm saying that's the average. But then so suppose you get someone who's like 7. So you're used to 5s and you get a 7. And then you get a 3.
Maybe after like 10.
And then you get a no. But like
dick size is not gonna range from like fucking 5 to like 12. It's probably gonna be an average of probably like 6.
No,
7.
there is gonna be an average, but like you can't say that that's only after 5 of them you're never gonna choke again, because like you could get a big one thrown in out of nowhere.
So that's why I say probably like 10. I feel like that's realistic. I'll get
10
used to
in
it.
general or 10 in a row?
Probably after like 10 I'll be used to it.
I don't know if I feel
I don't know.
same.
My dad's in my life, so I probably would just take me a long time to choke. If my dad wasn't around, I'd probably be choking on none of them. I'd probably be gobbling them all up. But luckily I have a father in my household, so I'm not a whore.
You have a father in your asshole?
I'm half my father, so I'm not a whore.
Did you say in your asshole?
No, I didn't say in my ass. I said household.
Oh, you... I think it's really important that you enunciate, because I definitely heard, luckily I have a father in my asshole.
Well, some people do. If you're Catholic, you do, so...
Yikes. It's funny because I literally saw the joke going that way. The minute I said it, I heard it come out of my mouth and I'm like, oh, Hugh.
You go to a Catholic school, you got a father in your asshole.
Alright, that was cool. The next category is our favorite Deswayne moment, and as you know, he was a new addition to the podcast. He was actually on it a couple times last year, but this year is his first year being a co-host. So he hasn't been with us all year, but he definitely has had some wonderful moments. So this is my favorite Deswayne moment.
I'm at my house, and did I have a party? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But I'm there. I'm washing the dishes, and one of my cousins are there, and we're just chilling. Now, there's one girl left. We're having regular conversation. She then says she, would be down for a threesome. Now,
with your cousin?
Well, she wasn't talking in particular us. We were just on this subject, but she brought it up, so we know what that means. So we kind of give each other the look. Said, okay, I wash up my hand. Pick her up.
Your hand?
Yeah, I was washing the dishes.
But you washed one hand?
What, did I say my hand? Oh, I washed both of them.
I don't know. That's what I took from that. You're like, I washed my hand.
Just one.
It's stupid because no one can see what we're doing.
Nobody can see it. But they hear the noise and they're like, what the hell? Yeah, so pick her up, start kissing her up. Because she's really, I know her more than he does. So I'm start kissing her up. Now we're bringing her downstairs. Well, I'm bringing her downstairs. So she comes downstairs. And now I need you guys to picture this, right? So there's a couch. So I'm laying on my back. She is facing me, laying down on top of me. So chest to chest.
Okay.
And my cousin is kneeling in between our legs behind her.
Damn.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we start off. Now
that's how you start.
Now everyone's fully clothed. We're just kissing her up, turning her on, whatever. So now, in order to get to the vag, she cannot be laying the way she is, because it's not going to work for both of us. For him, maybe better than me. So now her back is on my chest and she's facing him. Okay, this is a lot better. Because now my hand can go around and his hand can go down. No problem. Okay. So he's kissing up one side of her neck. I'm kissing up the next side, grabbing up titty. Okay, great. I start to proceed to put my hand down her pants. All right. Things already wet up. Okay. So I'm doing my thing.
Eugene looks so disappointed in you. While you're telling this story, I'm looking at him and he's like, you told him to visualize? No, but I could see... You know when he's kind of like looking down, but I can see
he's really picturing,
right? Because I'm picturing it too, but like he's picturing it. And then the minute you said wet up, his face was just like, no, not that.
He's like, you lost me there. Yeah. So now my house phone starts ringing. Now I have to quickly go answer it.
Why'd you answer it?
Because I was not going to. However, this is the second time the person is calling. So she's like, maybe you should answer that. So I run upstairs, answer the phone. It's my mom. Hi, Mom. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I swear I took out the garbage. So now I'm looking around and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I put the phone back to my face and I'm talking to my mom and I smell it again. So now I look at the phone and I'm like, no. So I'm like, okay, Mom. Yeah. Bye. I hang up the phone and I remember I stood there for 5 seconds because I was contemplating on do I smell my hand or not. So I go to the bathroom. I look in the mirror. I put my hand to my nose. And I promise you, I almost fainted. I scrub the shit out of my hand. Not physical shit. Like, I just scrub my hand like crazy. And I'm panicking like, what the fuck? No way. As I'm doing that, I freeze. Shit. My cousin's still downstairs. Fuck. So now I'm running to go downstairs to go tell him, like, abort mission. Like, I don't want him to suffer the same fate as I, even though I know he's probably like doing the same thing I was doing. So now I'm running down this, like, he's probably where I was. Like, he probably continued kissing her up, feeling her up,
right, as
I'm gone.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm running down the stairs and I trip. The smell slapped me in my face. Boom, dead. Now they're laughing. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. So now I don't want to go down there because the smell just slapped me silly.
Oh, you mean like the smell of the room?
The smell of her vagina stinking up the basement. So now I'm panicking and I'm like, shit, how am I going to get him out of this situation? So now I'm like, okay, you know what? Think, Deswayne, like, you're better than this. Think. I look outside and I'm like, is there somebody coming to pick you up? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, what color is the car? She's like, blue. I'm like, there's a blue car that's been sitting outside from like a long time. Oh my God. So she panicked. Her mom was supposed to come pick her up. She ran upstairs panicking. Now, close the door. I go downstairs to say, yo. As I'm going down the stairs, my cousin's coming up the stairs. And the look he's giving me is like he went through World War I, II, and III and barely survived. And he's like, what the fuck was that? So I am laughing now because he has been down there the whole entire time. We had to open the window. We had to spray air freshener. Like, it was bad. It was very, very bad. And we not spoke about it, but she was like, oh yeah, we got to finish what we started. I was like, and like, no, the musk, no, the cottage cheese, the blue cheese, the ranch dip, none of that.
Not ranch dip.
We don't want it. We don't want it.
Now this is my favorite Sir Deswayne moment.
I left work last night. I was working a 12-hour shift, and I left work, and I went home. I had a quick nap, woke up at 3 a.m. Now, I have not slept really since 3 a.m. Why do you ask? Couldn't sleep originally. Around 9 o'clock, I was like, oh, let me download Lil Wayne's new mixtape. I'm listening to it, and for those of you who know me, I love Lil Wayne. That was weird. I shouldn't have said it like that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I download the mixtape, and I am going in. I have my headphones. Ooh, this is nice.
You said like 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Decided, you know what? I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to buy some ground beef. I'm going to make a lasagna because I'm supposed to make a lasagna. And I'm like, I'm going to get my day started. And then I have to pick up my son at 2:30. So after I make the lasagna, I can have a nap, pick him up, come back home, have a nap because I already made dinner and everything. Great. That was the plan. I'm listening to this music. Ooh, all right. Grab my spliff. Ooh, put on my sweater. Ooh, still listen to this music. I'm going crazy right now. I'm walking out the door. Ooh, it's pouring rain. Shit. Let me grab my key so I don't have to stand in the rain. My key is on my bed. and I am locked out the house. My car key is attached to my house key. The spare key is beside my regular key on the bed because I was supposed to put the spare key in my car, but I didn't. So I'm like, shit.
Wait, so you're locked out of your car and your house?
And my house.
In the rain.
In the rain. And
hey, but at least you got that Lil Wayne mixtape.
That's what I said, right? At
That's
first,
why I always leave a window open.
I wasn't mad because I had a spliff, right?
That's how people break in your
So
your
I'm like,
car,
spliff.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I said that's how people break in if you leave a window open.
Okay, no one breaks in.
Well, normally I leave a door open, but I've been in certain situations with certain girls where I think might be crazy, so I no longer leave my car door open.
You mean every situation?
Because they will sit there and wait for me. Like, I knew you were that bitch.
Really?
In my brain, yes. Maybe not in real life, but in
That's why
my
you
brain.
carry a knife with you.
So I live with my cousin, so I'm ringing down his phone. No answer. So I said, okay, it's fine. I have a spliff. I'm not worried right now. I was outside for 2.5 hours.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say four. That was my guess.
Were you at least were under? You weren't covered in rain.
No, I wasn't. I was like,
But you're cold.
there was. The thing is, I didn't realize I was cold because I'm not used to feeling cold.
Oh.
So I was like, my hands feel stiff. What is this? I guess it's old
foreign.
age.
This is a foreign feeling. We'll have arthritis.
And then like I was rocking back and forth, and I'm like, for some reason, this feels really good. Like getting a hug. Ooh. And then that's when I realized, is this cold? Is this what people feel like when they're cold? I'm doing the sumo thing. I'm slapping my knees. But
yeah,
after
that's actually pneumonia setting in.
after 2.5 hours, I still wasn't inside, by the way.
Oh, shit.
I just called my other cousin and I was like, okay, I need you to bring the spare car key, please. Why didn't I call him to begin with? Because I don't like calling people out of their bed for my dumb stuff. So I was like, okay, this guy's going to wake up. He's going to open the door. No problem.
2 hours.
I didn't realize it was 2 hours because I'm watching anime and then I'm playing dominoes on my phone. And
I'm
then
always playing fucking dominoes, man. Fuck.
I'm addicted. I don't know.
I
And
actually
then
like dominoes.
when the high came down, I was like, wait a minute. You got me. I'm still outside.
Now, he may not be physically here, but he has submitted his favorite him moment. And if I speak for him, I think I'll say that he loves anytime he gets the opportunity to talk into the mic.
His spirit is
Yeah. But this is Deswayne's favorite Deswayne moment on the podcast.
So for me, there's this girl that I've been dating on and off since I was maybe like 14, 13. I don't even know at this point. It's just all... So anyways, we've been dating on and off. We've been through almost anything you can name. We've been through it. I have an 11-year-old son. Yeah, that was in the midst of all that too. Yep. A different girl. Yep. Been there, done that. Okay. So now we are older and we live together. And we don't know how, but somehow we came on a rocky road. And everything before that was good. Like we weren't the type to argue, like nothing deep, nothing crazy. Like, oh, how come you didn't wash the dishes? I was sleeping. Nothing crazy. So one year it was just not a very good year in my eyes for us. We were just continuous arguing. And it was over life things, not even like the little things. So long story short, finally when shit does hit the fan and spreads all over the room, I'm in the kitchen, I'm in the living room and I'm watching a movie. That's a lot of shit, you see what I'm saying? And I'm watching a movie and she came in the living room and she's like, look, I don't want to do this anymore because I don't want it to end up you cheat on me or I cheat on you. So before anybody cheats on anybody, like I think we should break up because, and she went on like a 5-minute speech of the reasons that she came up with. And I sat there, I maybe looked at her maybe 4 times because I can't look at people when they're having a serious conversation because I will laugh. So I didn't look at her. When she finished saying what she was saying, I turned at her and looked at her and I said, okay. And she's like, that's it? That's all you have to say? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, Des, seriously, that's all you have to say? And I'm like, I have nothing to say. Like, you said what you had to say, okay. And she's like, okay, I just want you to know, after this, like, that's it. Like, there is no us. There's no, like, I don't want to talk to you. I want nothing to do with you after this. And you have nothing to say. And I'm like, I have nothing to say. That was 4 years ago. And I promise you, people, I wish I said something. I wish nothing more than I had said something. Why? Because 4 years later, and I still didn't let it go. Because now I realize what she was trying to say. And in that moment, you don't necessarily think of the other person, and they're going through their own stuff mentally. She was going through her own stuff that I didn't put a factor in, and it was super selfish of me to act the way I was acting. And sometimes you don't realize that you are being selfish even when you think you are not. So 4 years later now, and I'm like, okay, I just want to have a word with this girl because I do not feel right in myself knowing that I understand now what she was trying to say. Sorry, I've got my mouth. What she was trying to say or things that she was trying to get out of me. Like, I didn't see it back then, but I see it now. And you go through what you go through for a reason. So I went through that, and I feel like I am a better person. And it took me a while to see that. That's what she was trying to show me. Because even I have a friend, shouts out Lara. So I have a friend named Lara, and she really like opened my eyes to no, Des, like look at it from this way. And when I started to, I felt like absolute shit. Like shit hit the fan. I was the shit that hit the fan and spread all over the room. Like I feel really bad for the situation. And I don't know how it played out in her life because I've not spoken to her since that day. I have tried to, obviously, and she's not with the shits, which is fine. And it's justifiable because when you feel like somebody's done you wrong, it's not up to them if you speak to them or not. It's up to you. And if you don't want to because your life is in a better place and you feel like they're the thing that was holding you back, then by all means, fine, if that was me. However, what I'm trying to say is it's okay to speak up. It's okay to say certain things. It's okay to come out of the comfort zone. It's okay to be vulnerable. And that was my problem. I didn't like to be vulnerable. And in that moment, I wish I was just a little bit. Because, I don't know, I just feel like that could have been something very good. And now I refuse to ever get married. I refuse to even...
Well, it's a shit contract, so...
Huh?
It's a shitty contract.
Well, I think it's important to acknowledge that everything that you're saying, being vulnerable, coming out of your comfort zone, those things aren't easy. Just because they are things that you should do. They are beneficial for everybody involved, but that doesn't make it easy. And I think when things aren't easy, it's easy to retreat to what's comfortable.
For sure. And what I tell people is like, if you do have something to say, because in your head you're saying shit while the other person, you're saying your own shit in your head. What I tell people is honestly, just close your eyes and start talking. Because when your eyes are open, or at least for me, when I would look at people or like my eyes are open and I want to say something, I'll be like, no, there's no point. And then I found myself like, if I close my eyes and I say it, it's like the person is not there and I'm just talking to myself out loud. And if you like, just tell the person, just let you talk and do not say a word until I finish. And that was my go-to for the longest time after that. Let me talk. Don't say anything until I'm finished, because if you say something, I'll probably stop and I won't want to say anything. And then the person will let you talk. You say everything you need to say, and then you will feel so much better and it'll be easier to have a conversation. And it does suck that it took all of that for me to learn what I know now. I am thankful for it because going on, like if I choose to date somebody, I know what I have to do. And it's not that I didn't know, but I'm okay with the act. Like I'm okay with giving up some of my time to spend time with her. Like before it was like, I'm addicted to volleyball. Like there's volleyball tonight. And she's like, oh, like I'm off work tonight. I thought we'd hang out. And I was like, yeah, but it's Wednesday. I go to volleyball every Wednesday. And to me, it was like, why would you ask me that when every Wednesday I go? Like, that's a ridiculous thing to ask me.
It's fucking volleyball. Come on.
You see what I mean? But however, from her side is like, I feel like we don't spend time together. I made the time, so why can't you just meet me halfway? Like, I took work off. I could have went to work. I'm like, you should have went to work.
I don't know, man. It's volleyball.
That's what I'm saying. But I should have took the time spent. I should have done all that. Because now I don't want to say I wouldn't feel so bad, because I would. Because even when I was younger, I always said, like, if I marry anybody, it would be her. And I still stick by that. Even if she doesn't fuck with me, that's okay. And that's my problem, is that I don't want to say I've accepted it as a problem. Is when you accept that you were the shit person, it just kind of hurts. Because now it's like, I don't want anybody else to see that I'm a great person other than this person who wants nothing to do with me.
Last but certainly not least, the category is favorite news story. Now, we talk a lot about pop culture and news, and I mean, as much as we say we don't want to talk about politics, we do. But there's been a lot of news stories that we talked about. So now we are going to go through each of our favorite news stories, and here is mine. I was going to ask you if you heard that Ricky Martin likes to give golden showers.
Who's Ricky Martin again? I know the name. Is he a singer?
Yeah.
The black guy?
No.
Black guy?
With a name like Ricky Martin?
Oh, that guy. The Mexican guy. He's a Latino, is he?
Yeah.
He likes giving golden showers?
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
He says, the quote
He
is...
admitted it?
It's his quote. He says, I love giving the golden shower. I've done it before in the shower. It's like so sexy, you know? The temperature of your body and the shower water is very different.
He just likes he likes peeing on people?
Giving, yeah, he said.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. A lot of guys like just peeing on their girl, but not like as a pleasure thing, just like fuck with them. Just like, haha.
What?
Yeah. I know a lot of guys
Who does that?
I know a lot of guys that when I worked at the gym, a lot of my friends talked about that. They're like, I just pee on my girl's butt just for fun, just to piss her off.
Huh?
Yeah.
In the shower?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that's better than not in the shower, but I would be pissed.
Yeah, that's the point.
No pun intended.
That's the point.
Eugene, that was not necessary.
That's the point. That's the point, John. Just to piss you off. You know? That's the whole point of it, man. But I know that's I'm not surprised. It's probably a power thing. There has to be. There's a little bit of power in there.
But you know, I have heard
I think that's one of
from
the
people who talk about golden showers, whether that be like in person or like on a video or a podcast or something I listen to. They definitely say like the temperature thing. It's like a sensation, and it
I would
feels
imagine,
really
yeah.
cool.
Especially if you have like a colder shower and there's just like that.
No, I think
warmness.
even if the shower is warm, like your body
Yeah, it's
temperature.
already super hot anyways.
No, your body temperature is not as hot as a shower can get, obviously, so it can cool it down. Or if you do a cool shower, then the body thing is like warmer. I don't know.
Golden showers to me aren't on that up there in the weird stuff. I was like, no, not really. If you're drinking,
have you ever
yeah.
done it?
No, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I would do it. If she was like, "Can I drink it?" No, I'd be like, "No mas, no."
No mas.
No.
What does no mas mean?
I don't fucking know. Just people say it, and when they just mean no.
It means no more.
Okay, no.
You're saying it, you don't even know what it means.
Say all tons of words I don't know what it means. No. If she was like,
truth.
if she was like, "I want to drink your piss," I'd be like, "No, you can't drink it. No."
What if she wanted you to like save it for like a week's worth of pee and like pee in like a gallon bottle and then literally shower with it?
Because I've seen old pee. It gets like
What if she wants
it separates.
that rancid? What do you mean it separates? Okay, I don't want to hear. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Because one of my friends, he had a jar of piss that was decade old. Oh no.
Why would he do that?
He didn't know.
First of all, I said save it for a week.
He didn't know.
Why did your friend save pee?
He didn't know
for 10 years.
He didn't know. He found it, and he's like, "Oh my god, I remember when this was from." And he's like, at least a couple, probably maybe close to 2 decades.
If
old.
it
was just
if I found
close.
out that you peed in like a jar and you had it for 20 years, Eugene, I would call the police.
That's fucking.
I would actually.
I remember
call
it was
the
just.
police.
It was like honey, gold, like dark honey. And it was like, you could tell that. No, when pee sits, it separates. Like, there's like liquid and whatever else garbage is in there, it separates. So, no, I wouldn't. If
all the toxins and shit.
So, if a girl wanted me to save my piss.
I guess that makes sense because it's like the water that you're peeing out versus all the toxins.
All the other shit. Yeah, it separates. This is my favorite news story because, there's so much news in 2020. Here's the thing, and I said this before, Americans, you guys put yourself in a shitty situation again. Biden is not that great. If you know the guy's history, it's not that fucking great. The fact that you're celebrating this guy, and if you know this guy, not that great. Warmonger was for both your wars, Afghanistan and Iraq. You guys are still there. Supported Yemen. Yemen's a shithole now. Supported invading Syria. Was fine with taking down Libya. Crime bill. Fucking had to pull out of his first election back in the 80s because he was lied about his credentials and plagiarized his speech. This guy's not a good fucking guy. He's a war hawk. And you guys fucked yourselves again. Stop watching. Stop paying so much attention to the mainstream media. Because it doesn't give a... Like, it doesn't matter which one. Fox, CNN, ABC. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about telling you the truth. They're entertainment more than news. They don't care if you, like, when it comes, like, think about, like, something, for example, when's the last time you heard about BLM on the news? Or Breonna Taylor, or what's the other guy's name? The guy that got stomped on his neck.
George.
When's the last time you heard about that? Unless it's something political to push some bullshit. You don't, because they don't fucking care. So, and also, I still think the left is a little more crazy than the right now. To people telling people on the right to get over it, you can't say that because you didn't get over it for 4 years. You pushed some bullshit about Russia, collusion, all that crap. You can't say get over it because you're being the one thing that annoys me more about the left right now is they're being massive hypocrites. You can't tell the other side of people to get over it when you didn't for 4 years and you pushed some bullshit for 4 years and you spent millions of dollars to investigate bullshit for 4 years. So, you know, the thing is that, like, you're all Americans. You guys are all the same people. You don't need a lot of you guys agree on a lot of the same shit, low taxes, blah, 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 whatever. All right? If you want to, like, what's dividing you guys is not what you think is dividing you. What's dividing you is social media and the media. The media does not care to make you guys agree. Like, for example, what's SNL and all these late night comedy like Jimmy Kimmel, Trevor Noah, what are these guys going to talk about for the next 4 years? What are they going to talk about? Because all they've been talking about is Trump. What are they going to do?
I mean, they survived before all the Trump...
No one was watching them before.
Yes, they were.
No, if you look at the ratings, CNN was literally kind of... all
I
the
thought
ratings.
you were talking about SNL and Jimmy Kimmel. How'd you say CNN?
No, but I'm talking about all of them. All their ratings were actually going down the toilet.
Well...
And then they shot up. If I was CNN, they low-key wanted Trump to win because they have something to talk about.
They're still going to have a lot of Trump material.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
I'm
trying to throw him in jail. Like, they're going to have
he's not
Trump
going to go
material.
in jail. No president's
I'm
going
not
in
speaking
jail.
about that. I'm just saying that, like, they're trying to, right?
Yeah,
like,
wasting your time. This is what I mean. Like, God, Americans, get more involved. Stop. You know this is bullshit. It is bullshit. Pay more. Hold your fucking governors and your mayors, because you guys really should, especially you Californians, what your fucking governor just did, telling you all to stay inside and not go into restaurants, and then fucking gets caught at a fucking restaurant. Paying
Did that really happen?
Yes. And he had to apologize, and it was bullshit apology.
That was like us too, though.
Yes, that was when, like, back in the spring.
Oh, I'm talking about us too.
When Justin Trudeau told everyone who was the Prime Minister of Canada.
Rob Ford did it too.
Right,
yeah.
they were like,
don't go to weddings, but I'm at a wedding.
No. They said don't go to your cottages because, one, cottage country is not, like, equipped, like, their groceries and stuff to have masses from, like, the city all come at once.
Go to a fucking cottage.
And then he was at his cottage.
Hey, you know, I'll give Trudeau the one thing. He was our first black and brown president, so he made history there. You know?
White. He was all three.
He was all three. He made history. But, like, yo, just hold your fucking politicians, and us too, because we're not, the thing, I'll give Americans this, they're a little bit more red pilled than we are right now. Canadians were more passive, because the amount of shit that Trudeau, amount of shit Trudeau is doing, it's like, you know, just pay more attention. You guys agree a lot more than you actually may think that you do. You guys are pretty much, like, people on the far left, people on the far right, you're the same fucking people. You're literally the same people. Politics is not like one side or the other. It's a circle. You guys everyone agrees on the same shit.
I think what you're trying to say is it's not about red states and blue states. It's about the United States. Last but certainly not least, here is Deswayne's favorite news story of 2020 that we've discussed on this podcast.
So wait.
Speaking of new moms, Elon Musk had a kid.
His name Ash X12. That's what the AE means. AE means Ash.
Yeah, it's
He named it after like I think the spy plane.
It's pronounced.
Isn't it X Ash something 12?
Oh, I thought I wrote it down. It's X Ash Archangel 12.
Yeah, I think Archangel was that spy, the Blackbird spy plane, the program.
But then the mom, she
Grims,
said, well, that's her stage name, but she said that
she pronounced it wrong or some shit, I think.
No, she said it was pronounced XAI. like AI, like love or artificial intelligence.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
But either way, X Ash is one thing, but the Archangel 12, like your name is a number, and is that all his first name? Is that a first,
Who knows?
middle?
It's not for us to know. It's what X Ash. What was it? The Archangel 12 Musk.
And then Musk.
Yeah, Musk.
Like,
that's a cool name.
Musk is not
the Ash part's cool. Archangel, I think, is a cool middle name. That's where if I was him, I would stop right there.
12.
Yeah, X or Ash or fuck me, it's a tongue twister. But I think it's that's what the program for the Blackbird was called, Archangel.
Yeah, an Archangel is just an angel that's like really high rank.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the funniest thing about all of this is like, I feel like the news is going to get even crazier in 2021.
It is.
We have the whole like Biden Trump thing, you know, Biden being inaugurated. I feel like there's still so much development with COVID.
Yeah, COVID it's just getting started.
Yeah,
Kids.
so it honestly scares me a little bit, just like how things may progress. But I mean, hey, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of great news stories and funny news stories as well. So,
pandemics end eventually. They don't last forever.
I mean, that is true. That is true. Jesus, that yawn. Your mouth was open so wide with that yawn. I literally thought you were gonna swallow your laptop. Like, damn. What I think in the last episode you asked me, like, a would you rather? And you're like, oh, would you rather deep throat or cactus or something else? And your mouth opened up wide enough that you definitely could.
Hey, some people know their skills and some people don't.
Is that one of your skills?
Don't worry about it, bro.
I'm not. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We will be back next week with regular episodes and every Tuesday, as always. You can find us on our website at This Square Room. Follow us on our social medias. At This Square Room. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, if you guys like the podcast, I mean, give us a little like, give us a share. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell all of your friends.
Yeah, leave
and your
family a nice review on iTunes or whatever
give us a
website you listen to us on. Yeah, we really appreciate it.
5
and we
stars.
appreciate you guys so much for listening. We really do. It's really nice to see like how our audience has been growing and to have like a nice little support system. So that's really awesome. Thank you guys so much for all of the love. Yes, and I mean, come on, give us 5 stars. I mean, we're worth it.
You give your Uber 5 stars, give me 5 stars.
5 stars for 5 stars. All right. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next year.